All right, thank you. Please be seated. This is the 13th meeting of council. This is a special meeting that I've called to deal with a couple of bylaws that we need third reading of now that the province has signed off on some of our policy and official plan changes. It requires the third reading of the bylaw. The sooner we do that, the sooner the appeals period starts, the sooner these actual heights and densities can be proceeded on with those who are interested in pursuing them without having to go through the full official plan amendment process, which is a much longer process. So hopefully this won't be a long meeting, but it is a formal meeting of council. So we're going to go through a number of the items that we would normally go through at the opening of a council meeting. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with rising and listening to a rendition of O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you. Please be seated. We acknowledge we are gathered today on the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Lenape-Pewak, and Attawandaron peoples. We honor and respect the history, languages, and cultures of the diverse Indigenous people who call this territory home. We acknowledge all of the treaties that are specific to this area: the Two-Row Wampum Belt Treaty of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy Silver Covenant Chain, the Beaver Hunting Grounds of the Haudenosaunee Nanfan Treaty of 1701, the McKee Treaty of 1790, the Lennon Township Treaty of 1796, the Huron Tract Treaty of 1827 with the Anishinaabe, and the Dish with One Spoon Covenant Wampum of the Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee. Three Indigenous nations that are neighbors to Lennon are the Chippewas of the Thames First Nation, Oneida Nation of the Thames, and the Munsee Delaware Nation, who all continue to live as sovereign nations with individual and unique languages, cultures, and customs. The City of London is committed to making every effort to providing alternate formats and communication supports for meetings upon request. To make a request specific to this meeting of council, you can contact councilagenda@london.ca or 519-661-2489, extension 2425. I just want to recognize that we have several colleagues joining us online. We have Councillor Van Meerbergen, Councillor Frank, Councillor Lehman, and Councillor Pelosa, along with those who have joined in council chambers. I'll start with any disclosures of pecuniary interest. Okay. Seeing none, there aren't any recognitions for this. There aren't any confidential matters. There's no closed session. There's no minutes. There's no communications or positions. No notices of which motion is given. No reports. No added reports. No deferred items. Any inquiries related to the items that we're here for? No. No emergent motions. That brings us to bylaws. We have 3 bylaws that require a first, second, and third reading. And as I mentioned at the outset, these are bylaws that, actually they only require first, second, and third reading for the confirmation bylaw. Only third reading for the other 2 bylaws because we've already passed first and second reading at a previous council. Since then, the province has now signed off on and approved our request. So now we can pass the third reading, bringing it into the policy into force and effect and beginning the appeals period on these items. Again, this was called as a special council meeting because the sooner we start the appeals period, Sooner it can conclude, the sooner people can proceed with building housing under the new density limits related to these bylaws in the community. So I'll look for Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do first and then second reading of the confirming bylaw, and then we can do third reading of all three of them together. So I'm going to look for someone who wants to be a mover and a seconder for all of those items. Councillor Cuddy, seconded by Deputy Mayor Lewis. So we'll start with just first reading of the confirming bylaw related to the meeting that we're having today. We'll open that for voting.
Tressa votes yes.
I vote yes as well.
Closing the vote, motion carries 14-0.
Now, second reading, same mover and seconder on this. Any discussion on second reading? Seeing none, we'll open.
Tressa votes yes.
Councillor Frank?
Did
Closing
it go
the vote.
through?
Yes, closing the vote, motion carries 14-0.
All right, now third reading will be all of the bylaws, both the confirming bylaw as well as the two related bylaws that only require third reading that we've done first and second reading at a previous council meeting at. So this is third reading, so there's no debate on third reading, right? Yes. Is it a point of order, Councillor Trosal?
Well, I'd like these called separately.
Sure, we can do that. All three of them separate?
Yes, please.
Okay, that'll just take a few minutes. Okay, so we're doing third reading of the confirming bylaw first. Same mover and seconder. I'm going to open third reading of the confirming bylaw for voting.
Tressa votes yes.
Closing the vote, motion carries 14-0.
Okay, and next we will do Bill 332, which is the item related to the transit village place types. So that'll be third reading of that item. I'll open it for voting.
Tressa votes yes.
Closing the vote, motion carries 14-0.
And finally, we'll do Bill 333, which is a bill related to amend our Z1 bylaw to add a new zone, the TSA, and relevant regulations that apply to the new zones for lands located within the protected major transit station areas within the City of London. We'll open that for third reading.
Tressa votes no.
Councillor Pelosa? Closing the vote, motion carries 13-1.
And with that, it brings us to a motion to adjourn. I'll look for mover and seconder, Councillor Hillier, seconded by Councillor Ferreira. We will do that by hand. Okay, all those in favor of adjournment? Any opposed?
Motion carries.
All right, thank you. We're adjourned.